If you have a list, I would say get rid of it. Throw away the Tinder. Hi gals, hi girls, hi ladies, hi beautiful people out there. And today we're going to talk about how to find love. And so for my ladies out there, more so specifically, let's talk to the single ladies. Some of you probably have been in and out of relationships, probably been single for a while now, or probably just got out of a relationship. And some of us are the kind of people who, as soon as they leave one relationship, they want to jump into another because for codependency reasons, you don't want to be alone. You like how it feels to be in a relationship. You like what you get out of a relationship. You like that someone is there waiting for you. You have someone to give your love and your attention to. Those, don't get me wrong, these things are not bad per se. If you don't allow yourself some time to breathe and reflect that recent relationship that you just came out of, then expect that the person to come after that relationship too will also be briefed, because you have not really learned your lessons, neither have you implemented the lessons. How do you find love? The first point I would say is you would need to know yourself. Try to get to know yourself a little better. What do you like? What do you dislike? What ticks you off? What are your pet peeves? If you don't have a hobby, find a hobby. If you can afford to, and lots of hobbies, there's so much hobbies out there, they don't require you to have money. Something as simple as just go and browse through Pinterest. Create a collage and make that into a hobby. Create a collage of some of your favorite things, places that you want to go, things that you want to aspire to, and make that into a hobby. Alternatively, you can look at what's around in your space right now. If you collect a lot of books and they're sitting on your shelf, like myself, I used to collect a lot of books just because, I may want to read this here and there, but I'll read a couple pages and just put it back on the shelf. So find some time and read those books that you bought 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, 6 months ago, and you never get a chance to read. Make that into a hobby. Dedicate some time every single day and say, I'm going to read, and make this a part of, one of the things I do. I know a lot of people say date yourself, but what does that even mean, date yourself? I would say just find some time to get to know yourself. Take yourself out. Enjoy your own company. Go to a restaurant by yourself. Go out by yourself. Just enjoy. Learn to enjoy your own company. That's an important takeaway. If you have a list, I would say get rid of it. I was having this conversation with a friend, and she was in a space where she became frustrated. She was depressed from just being alone, because she was, she has been single for a while now, for a few years, and she was like, I really want to be with someone. I'm getting older. I want to settle down. I want to have children. All that kind of stuff. Beautiful things. And then but this was me in my naive state, right? I said to her, get a list of what you want your perfect guy to look like, be like, what kind of qualities you would like in that man, and use that list as a framework to attract that man in. But I have a different view. I believe that you should have, I would say, the first you should have at least 3 non-negotiables, and then everything else around that is flexible, right? So for me, a non-negotiable thing would be, he has to be a believer in God. And if he's not believing in God, he has to be open to learning about God. And so if he doesn't fall within that, then it's definitely not the one, all right? If you have a list and you have the superficial stuff, you need to be 6 foot, blonde hair, blue eyes, dark chocolate, whatever, big hands, whatever. These things are irrelevant. The individual's values, his personality, his goals, how he treats women. Is he healed? These are things that should be important. And if he's not healed, do you want to take time out to help that person to heal? That, need I remind you, that's a lot of work, by the way. Do you want to be with a guy where you have to put a lot of work into, which will take away from your own personal development? Do you want to be with someone who's a bit more self-aware and self-assured? I'm not going to say he's going to be perfect, because I'm sure I can guarantee you that you are not perfect, right? We all have a bit of work, but when it comes to being healed from mental, emotional, or childhood trauma, that individual step into a relationship being not healed. A lot of the stuff that he's carrying, or you yourself, a lot of things that you're carrying, you're going to bring it to your relationship. They're going to press your buttons. They're going to say things that you don't like. And all those deep emotion pains are going to rise to the surface. And chances are, either one of you you're going to blow, and you're going to be reactive. And that's not what you want. That doesn't make up a healthy relationship. Taking an active approach to your healing from your past wounds is also another key to finding love. And my last tip for now, because there's so much other things that we can talk about in terms of how you can find the one, how do you know that person is the one, is have you built a personal relationship with God? Because once you start building a personal relationship with God, then it becomes clear to you how to navigate your way through the dating world. Throw away the Tinder. Yeah, I said it. Throw away the Tinder, because Tinder is superficial. Throw away the Match.com account. Throw away your POF account, because all these are based on superficial algorithms. Don't get me wrong, there are some lovely stories out there about people who found love through these social dating sites and what have you. But what are the success rates? It's like 1 in millions, hundreds of millions. So it's far more effective to grow a relationship and get to know someone organically. Let's say you just went out for coffee and you happen to meet someone there, or you're riding on the bus, or you go for an interview. Or in my situation, I had that person actually come to me. I invited an individual into my office to do an interview, and our business relationship bloomed out of that. It went from a business to friend to now engagement. Yeah. And all of this was birthed organically. It was nothing forced or anything like that. And it wasn't birthed out of desperation. It was birthed from a space of openness and allowing and just being yourself. And I would say that would be my last point. How to find love? Be yourself. It's so important to be yourself, because what's the point in trying to be someone else? What happens if that person falls in love with an inauthentic version of yourself, and you get married and you have your children, or whatever the case may be, and then later on at some point in your relationship, the real you comes out, and he was like, oh my God, you're not the person I married. Of course you're not the person I married, because you are not yourself. You are not you who that he married. So I say it's important to be yourself, and being you is enough. Being you is enough. Like I said, we all have work to do, but that doesn't take away from you being yourself. If you're quirky, if you're boring, if you are antisocial, whatever you are, there is always someone out there who would love you exactly who you are. And as they say, opposites do attract, right? Find your yin to your yang. And for that, I'll say bye for now.